a feeling these walls are moving. The cell is getting smaller and smaller. Can you hear me? Let me out! Hey! Hear me!
Oh, give it a rest. No one's come in.
I feel like we're going to be crushed here.
Don't worry, we won't. Any crushing will be done later by the executioner.
Oh, what a relief to hear that. Listen here, Henry. I wanted to say, well, that I'm glad to see you again.
Oh yeah?
Give over.
Well, it sounds like the great Sir Hans Capon is getting ready to apologise. But why?
Well, because I'm just sorry, I suppose. And nevertheless, Henry, I wanted to say that, well, you were right. I behaved badly. Awfully.
All right. I accept your apology. All water under the bridge, eh? Old pal.
Thanks. So, what were you getting up to the whole time, anyway?
I was working in the blacksmith's forge in Takov.
Oh, well, lucky for you, you have a trade you could work at.
Sort of. Most of the time I was actually chasing after lost carts, or scrambling over the rocks looking for hermits.
Well, at least you weren't bored, eh?
What about you?
I also stuck to what I'm best at.
What, boozing and whoring?
Fucking hunting.
Where did you get the gear for that? We arrived in Trosky like a pair of beggars.
By using the old noggin, pal. I pulled a strong thread out of those rags I had on, made a snare for game, and before you could say jackrabbit, I was hawking half a dozen hares around the local cottages.
Weren't you worried about the local gamekeeper?
That nitwit! I found out he was fond of the booze, so I snooped around his lodge, and when sleeping it off, I went hunting. Once, I even went into his shed and, borrowed a bow and a quiver full of arrows.
Thieving, too, to top it all. Christ!
Oh, give over. Once things are sorted out, I'll give it all back. Shh, quiet! There's something going on outside the door.
Have you seen Captain Thomas? Yarrick says he's in a bad way.
He's right. Them fuckers cut him up good.
Last I heard from Father Nicodemus, though, was that his wounds are healing.
Aye. Only he's been struck down by a fever. And the sawbones is away with Sir Otto.
Good God!
Captain Thomas! Yes! He met us before we reached the pond, didn't he? We showed him our letter.
But he's in a fever. You heard them.
Oh, we'll deal with that somehow. Hey!
Leave it be.
Hey! Open up, you rabble! We're messengers from Ratai. Your captain can confirm it. Do you hear?
Again?
Those damned fools won't give us any peace.
Come on, fellas! Be reasonable! We're envoys of the Lord of Lipa!
It's about time. Just you wait till Lord von Berghoff hears how you treat a noble.
You! Come with me to the courtyard. Chamberlain says we ain't gonna waste bread on you for nothing. We've got a job for you.
What about me? I want to talk to the captain right now!
You want to talk to God, fella. You're getting the gallows for poaching.
What? But you can't hang the nobleman.
Jesus, wait! Hear that? That bell's tolling for you, mate. 12 more times, and the priest will come for you. Hans!
But you can't!
Hans, don't worry, I'll fix it! Move it!
I'm a nobleman! Do you hear me? I'm a noble! I'm Sir Hans Capon of Bergstein.
So, if you want to get out of here, you'll have to make amends and work off your debt. For a start, You can carry all the charcoal from this wagon up to the store.
Wait, though. What's going to happen with Capon?
With that madman? He was poaching, so he'll swing.
But he really is a noble.
Ain't you a bit old for fairy tales, son? Once the bell tolls for the 12th time, it won't matter a damn who he used to be anyway. If you want to do something for him, pray. And best pretend you don't know him.
Your Captain Thomas can testify that we're
Now?
Why did they move your captain to the chapel? All that way up?
So he'd be closer to God. Either the good Lord will help him, or take him to his bosom. The captain's in a really bad way. And our Sawbones is away with Lord von Bergov.
Do you always ring the bells before an execution?
Aye, it's a local custom. They say back in the past, the local lord slept through a scheduled execution, and they had to release the condemned man. Don't worry, that won't...
What happens when I'm done with this?
What do you reckon? You'll get another job, and when there's no more work for you, you can bugger off wherever you like.
That's all?
Aye? What'd you expect? The axe? Lord von Bergov is strict, but he ain't a tyrant. But poaching now, that's another matter.
And can I go there? I really have to talk with Captain Thomas.
Don't fucking annoy me, fella. You got off lightly so far, believe me.
What? You won't even let me pray in the chapel?
We will not. You're not allowed inside at all. And don't let me catch you snooping around there.
What about my things?
That's what happens to people in jail. When we set you free, you'll get your stuff back. In the worst case, we might keep something to cover the damages you caused at the wedding. Got it?
Got it. I'll get to work then.
Good lad. Or Sinner the blacksmith is idling around somewhere, or go down to the outer bailey where and no wandering around where you're not.
Yeah. Got it.
That wagon has to be out of here before his lordship returns.
It was nice. Good food and drink. Lots of guests. Not enough pretty girls for my liking, though. It's a lot better here in Trosky.
Let's hope the bride doesn't
And
hear
why
you.
wouldn't they when
She
it's
might
true?
take offence.
It would be bad, I tell you.
I don't know. Seems to me it's always the same. Bad.
Well, it'll be even worse. Look, there's a rabble running rampant over the countryside. So you packed up that captain of it. Aye, that's bad. But it is. Everything's gone down the latrine.
Well, I'm all ears.
When's wedding like?
There was a bell. Everything was fine.
Lots of guests. Not enough pretty girls for my liking. It's a lot better here in Trosky.
Let's hope the bride doesn't hear you. She might take offence.
It was nice. Good food and drink. Lots of guests. Not enough pretty girls for my liking, though. It's a lot better here in Trosky.
Let's hope the bride doesn't hear you.
And what?
She might take
Have you ever
offence.
set eyes on Wenceslas or Sigismund? I doubt it. So you're talking about someone you have no... what's it? No personal experience.
Well, best to drop it. Unlike my opinion about the German magic, someone Lots of worry. Sir Otto travels a lot.
And his wedding like.
It was nice.
I'll be with you, neighbour.
Good day.
How's your sister?
Fine. Why'd you ask?
I heard she was sick. I just wanted to know if she's feeling better.
It was nothing. Just a slight cold. Aye, a man would be calling for the
It was
priest.
nice.
But women...
Good food and drink. Lots of guests. Not enough pretty girls for my liking. It's a lot better here in Trosky.
Let's hope the bride doesn't hear
She
you.
sometimes invites
She
me
might
for a
take
chat
offence.
about what's going on.
Call it what you like. Nobody likes snitches, nor brown noses neither.
That's that.
Almost every time I'm there, I see him climbing up there.
I say,
I finished hauling the sacks. What now?
how should I know? They told me to think up some job for you, so you wouldn't be idle. So if you want to pass the time, go ahead, but do it sensibly.
Well, I'd say there's plenty of work to do around here. I'll gladly help you with something.
Aye, but I've only got work in the forge, and that ain't for everyone. I'm a respected tradesman here, understand?
I'm a blacksmith too, even if I don't look the part right now.
Oh, really?
Aye. My pa was a blacksmith, a respected one.
Then you might actually be some use to me. At least I wouldn't have to work my fingers to the bone all the time. I'll tell you what, go to the forge. The fire's gone cold. I haven't had much time for, well, the trade. So fire it up and make some horseshoes for Kabat. He's our groom, always bothering me. And there's only one nag stabled here now that his lordship's away with his men.
Well, the thing is, I've never forged horseshoes.
A blacksmith's son and you never made horseshoes? Well, whatever. You'll manage somehow.
All right. How many should I make?
How many legs does a horse have?
4.
Smart lad. We've got one horse. That's 4 times 1. But Kabat's already got 3. So that's 4 minus 3, which is...
1. All right.
You'll find everything you need in the trunk in the forge. It's there, past the gate. I've even got some sketches there. They could help you since you've still got things to learn.
All right. But I was told not to go there.
And now I'm telling you to go. And when it's done, bring it to me to check so you don't make me look bad. Off you go. Lads, this here itinerant is my new helper. Let him through.
Like always, he loiters around here all day, and when you need him, he vanishes like the wind.
The second toll for Hans. I should move it. I should heat it up again. I can't keep hitting the same place.
Down his life for our sins. I beg you and the guardian angel to take care of your good servant, Captain.
It's completely cold.
Faithful and good Christian. I beg you heal him. The old soldiers.
Third toll. I better get moving. It's already cooled down.
Merciful God, your only begotten Son took upon himself our wrongdoing and showed us
I can't keep hitting the same place.
look down upon our Captain Thomas, Father's love, and upon all who suffer. In all pains and other afflictions and sickness, let them know they are not alone in their afflictions, but that Christ is forever by thy side.
Fanka the cook.
Jesus Christ.
She's not able to open...
Again? She's a
She told me you always open it with some...
Jesus, why do you even talk to that?
I'm supposed to help out around here.
What of it? There's this small red pot on a shelf there with some lockpicks in it.
As it happened?
I'd rather not ask where you learned. Just don't get up to any funny business with...
Sure. About that horseshoe.
Well, did you get it done?
Yeah. Here.
Well, what are you standing around here for?
No. You told me to bring it and show it to you.
You're a smart one, eh? Well, now I'm telling you, he's our groom. Most likely he'll be idling by the uppers just between the two of us. He's a...
I can't wait. Guard?
Must you interrupt me at my prayers?
Sorry to bother you.
You know Thomas.
Well, that's a really long story, but...
Talk. What do you expect to hear? Thomas is lying in a fever upstairs in the Maiden. Them bastards cut him up good.
And the Maiden Tower?
You in Trosky for the first time, eh? We call the second one the Crone.
I'll be going.
Thanks.
If you're after some leftovers, the kitchen's up top. I don't... think there's much there, though. And not a step further.
Still no...
None at all.
Oh well.
He ought to.
On all who suffer. And heal the pains and other afflictions.
And make sure there's a goose in sauce prepared.
Sir...
You? What are you doing? Christ! First you cause mayhem at a noble wedding.
Excellent.
I noticed, sir, that...
How could a vagabond like...
To be even better.
Sir, I might not look the part.
Don't waste my time.
Well, books... learning.
Now listen here, you filth... Oh, it's started up again. And make sure those liverwursts are well roasted. So they're crisp on the outside and...
Pickled cabbage drives out the black bile.
It was
and
nice.
Puts your fluids in balance.
What fluids?
Saturn and Jupiter are in a bad constellation at the moment. That turns up the black bile and what if I have? He may be a bit odd, but everything he says is true. The other day he told me to give the cows dark ale to drink.
What? Wedding like?
You didn't actually do it, did you? Laugh all you like.
Fourth bell.
I told you they gave 3 times as much.
I brought you those horseshoes.
That took long enough. And you know who gets in the shit over it?
You?
Exactly. Mistakes are punished here. Or I'd have to go back to what I was doing before.
Do I get something for those?
Hey, I've no time for jokes.
What did you do before?
You're a bit inquisitive, ain't you?
Well, I get the feeling you're actually...
Let's just say I haven't always met...
Not quite.
But I'll tell you, it won't come cheap.
Let's see what you've...
Yeah, maybe next time then.
Long haul from the mill and the roads are shit.
This property belongs to someone else.
Good God. This is... God be with you.
I was told to come and ask you for a job.
Nice timing. Do you know anything about...
No. Blacksmithing is more my...
Ah, I got the job of fixing up this here scaffold, but the whole thing is fucked. There's one broadaxe in the shed, but it's as blunt as a file. Of course, Osina didn't find time all year to hone...
But that poacher is innocent.
An innocent poacher? But that's nothing to do with me.
I could help you.
You could. Well, that'd be great. Go and get it from the shed, sharpen it, and bring it back to me.
Sure thing. Here it is.
You haven't made much effort with it.
Ah.
Get on with it, though. Farewell, my friend.
Here it is.
You haven't made much effort.
Ah.
Get on with it, though. Take care, friend.
Good day to you.
God bless you.
All done. Here it is.
Sharp as a skinning. Without your help, the scaffold could well collapse.
And then the execution would be postponed.
I doubt it.
Understandably.
Anyway, thanks.
Isn't he always?
Yeah, but even more today. Anna the laundress said he's got
Aha. You don't mind building a scaffold for it?
No, such matters ain't my concern. A fella has to know his place in this world.
Would you happen to know how I can get into the...
And what would you want in there?
I want to pray in the chapel.
The chapel, eh? Well, I'll be damned. I know one hand, but...
And did he succeed? In getting in, I mean?
Aye, he did. He climbed down into the well in the courtyard. And from there, you can get to the dungeons and...
Oh, he sounds bold.
Oh, aye, but they still caught him and gave him a whipping.
What does that mean?
That the next Binyek would have to jump in and not climb down.
Indeed. What was Binyek?
A certain buxom chambermaid who wouldn't...
I'll be going.
Aye. Farewell, my friend.
The bell's ringing for hands the 5th time.
It was nice. Good food. Lots of guests.
Why is it open? I always close the door. My God.
Aren't you supposed to be helping out?
Sixth bell. Half the time is up.
Huh. Strange. To hell with it.
Pardon me for disturbing you, miss.
If you want to pray, go somewhere else. Unless you're a priest. Which I presume you're not.
No, I'm not. My name is Henry.
I'm Adela, Thomas's sister. What is it you want, Henry?
I need to talk to your brother.
No chance of that. He's been lying in a fever for 3 days. And the surgeon is away with Sir Otto. Unless he returns soon, Thomas won't be talking to anyone ever again.
Oh, Christ. But this is a matter of life and death. Thomas is the only one who can testify to what happened.
Yes! It's a matter of life and death for my brother. I want him to rest. Besides which, he's delirious and can't tell you anything.
What actually happened to him?
They were attacked by bandits by the pond. His mare, Arrow, brought him home. He was completely out of it. And little wonder, the way he was hacked up. If the surgeon was here, he'd be in his care. Some of his wounds have healed, but now he has a fever. He's been bedridden for 3 days.
I'm sorry. Maybe I could help somehow?
The only one who can help now is the priest. And I don't want to sound gloomy, but all he can do is pray to...
Where's the physician?
He's with Lord von Berghoff. When Thomas started to get feverish, he left some concoction for him. He was only meant to be gone for a while, but it seems they got stuck somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, the concoction ran out, and we don't have any other physician here.
I'm not a physician, but I could try and brew that concoction. It can't hurt to try. Do you know what it was brewed from?
If I knew that, I'd have brewed it myself. Not even our surgeon knows. He does everything according to his books. He uses some medical manuscript, whether he's treating people or livestock.
And where is this book?
How should I know? Probably in his chambers, in the Crone.
I'll have a look there then.
But no one is allowed there.
I'll figure it out somehow.
Why do you want to help us?
Well, unless Thomas recovers and testifies that me and my friend are messengers from Ratai, then my friend will be executed.
You mean that poacher who's to be hanged?
He's a noble. Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. The whole thing is one big misunderstanding. And only Thomas can sort it out.
I'm a bit bewildered by all this. But all right.
The main thing is, I want Thomas to live too.
Yes, you're right.
I'll get going then. I don't have much time, and neither does Thomas.
Go. And thank you. Don't worry. You'll be fine.
The 7th bell.
Huh? Strange. I suppose it was nothing.
It was nice. Good food. It was nice. Good food.
suppose you're...
Damn right. Or at least...
I can...
Hey, I need...
You might be...
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Say, I heard some interesting books.
Let me stop you right. Preparations are underway to execute a...
Who are you, actually?
Me? I'm just cleaning here.
And what were you doing at the pond, then?
I thought we straightened that out the last time you bothered. I have no idea what you're talking about.
What's your name?
What's it to you?
I'm Henry.
Well...
And you are? We both know you're lying. The question is...
Says someone who was just sitting in a jail cell.
You know...
Right. I spend the whole day following you and the arrogant fool around.
That's exactly what...
Well, think again.
I need help.
Who doesn't?
I don't know...
Thomas.
Well, you look like you know your...
What?
Because I could...
Uh-huh. And what would you tell him? I wouldn't be...
But he'd sure as hell care about how you talk about him.
All right, all right.
Tell me what I need to know.
All right. If it's medicine you're after, the surgeon has a... There's all sorts of junk there, but there's one chest where he puts stuff that he hasn't used up.
And what if there's nothing?
Then tough luck. That crackpot writes down everything he does.
All right.
And now get out of...
It's the 8th bell. I need to hurry.
Christ almighty.
Look down.
What's his wedding like?
It was nice. Good.
What about those locks?
Shh! Not so loud.
Isn't there maybe something I could do for you in exchange?
Well, since you're offering, a very nice Turk...
Who did you lose it to?
Father Nicodemus.
Don't worry.
But with no
Naturally.
It was nice. Good food and drink.
Greetings. What brings...
What if my son...
Of course. Or take the path. It will improve. And you, if come find...
Wedding like?
It was nice.
I have that rosary for...
Great.
Here you have it.
Good fella. Here's a bit of a...
What about those
Shh. Suit yourself.
Good food and drink. Lots of guests.
What?
Huh?
The 10th bell. I don't have much time left.
Eh? Huh. Strange.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
It will have to be diluted. His fever is getting worse. If this doesn't work, I don't think he'll last long.
These days we have all sorts of vagabonds, drifters, outlaws and bandits roaming the country. And we have one of those vermin here today. A fella called Hans, who is clearly not right in the head. A dangerous madman, a brawler, and a thug. The worst of all, a poacher! And so, for the damages he caused to our dear Lord Otto von Berghoff, he is sentenced to be hanged by the neck until dead!
You can't execute this man. He's a noble. Captain Thomas here will testify that we're messengers from Ratoi.
What is this nonsense, for Christ's sake?
It's true. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein.
Deal with it, for God's sake!
But sir, the captain!
Captain Thomas has a fever. He's clearly delirious. Seize them immediately!
You can't do this!
I'm a nobleman, do you hear? A noble!
Get your hands off me! You can't do this!
Open the gates!
My lord.
What the hell is going on?
It was just a... It's a hanging.
You can't hang him! He's a noble!
That's for me to judge. Take him down! And for Christ's sake, help me off this horse!
You may enter. His lordship is expecting you.
So, you're messengers from Ratai, huh? I was wondering when someone would turn up. All right, then. Let's hear it.
My respects, Sir Otto. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein.
Welcome to Trosky, gentlemen. I'd greet you standing up as befits, but I'm glad I can even sit at the moment.
I heard you were ambushed by outlaws.
You heard right. Those bastards did a job on me. And I got out luckier than most. Almost all the others were killed, including my page and my surgeon. So there is no one here to heal me, and I will have to inform poor Albert's father that his son died in my service.
I hope your health will soon be restored, sir.
We shall see. But now, you tell me what happened here in Herrgottsnamen. Why did my chamberlain try to hang you, Lord Capon?
In truth, the welcome we got from your Master Chamberlain was somewhat... how shall I put it?
Sir, we came to your castle in a state of desperation. Your Chamberlain had the guards empty excrement on my lord's head and beat him without hearing us out. You were still at the castle then, and if he'd let us see you, maybe you wouldn't have left and wouldn't have been ambushed. And if that wasn't enough, when he had Sir Hans arrested, he refused to believe who he was, even though not only I told him, but your Captain Thomas too.
I must say you have courage, youngster. But I expect I would also be in such a foul mood if the same had happened to me.
Sir!
Best be quiet, Ulrich. We will talk about that another time. And I apologize to you for that unpleasantness. At least it ended better than it might have. Anyway, let us leave this misunderstanding aside and get to the point. As far as I'm aware, Ratai showed no interest in negotiations before, either with me or with the League of Lords.
True. Our houses have thus far stood on opposite sides.
I should say so. Attacking Brno and Jihlava together with that renegade Sokol of Lemberg hardly inspired our sympathy. But let us leave that aside. Tell me, what does Sir Hanush have on his mind? I am all ears.
Unfortunately, during the ambush, we lost the letter we were carrying, so you'll have to make do with my word of mouth.
All right. Go ahead and speak.
In brief, Sir Hanush, Sir Radzig, and other lords take the view that the situation has got out of control. And that's of no benefit to anyone in Bohemia, neither Wenceslas's supporters or the League of Lords. King Sigismund's actions will not lead to instilling greater order than under King Wenceslas. Quite the contrary.
Let us say that maybe. What arises from it?
Sir Hanush and the other lords on our side are interested in knowing what the stance of the League of Lords is at this moment, and whether they haven't perhaps reevaluated some things.
In other words, whether I might betray Sigismund.
I wouldn't be so bold as to suggest that, sir. We are merely interested in whether you would sit down at the negotiating table with us. It's necessary to discuss the future of the kingdom, whether it's to be a common one or not.
The future is still a long way off for me, Lord Capon. Nonetheless, Sir Hanush and Sir Radzig are right. There is disorder and anarchy in the land. Bandits riding roughshod all over. As we all know, to our cost.
We've had plenty of experience of that at home too, sir. Only a short time ago we had to deal with a similar band.
Then you will surely understand that before I begin debating who would be the better king, I must sweep my own doorstep. Only I'm damned if I know how to do that, since those bastards have wiped out half of my garrison.
If I may be so bold, sir, so Henry and I will gladly help you.
Right now, we've got a common enemy, so we have common interests, too.
So then, sir, may we be of assistance to you?
Indeed, you may. I need to muster sufficient reserves to deal with them. And since I don't have many men left to send...
Just say the word, sir. Where should we go?
You'll go to Nebakov. The yeoman there, Jaromir Nebak, is a noble. It would be useful if an eloquent noble like you...
Is that all, sir?
It's no simple task. Knowing Jaromir, if I sent a common messenger, dealing with the lower nobility...
We'll take care of it, sir.
All right. We'll head out as soon as possible.
Very well. The Chamberlain will show you where you can put...
Thank you, sir.
May I ask something, Sir Otto?
Oh. Ask away, young man.
When you were ambushed, did you see those bandits?
Henry, don't start with that again.
Why do you ask?
The thing is, when we were ambushed...
Oh.
He's called István Toth, a Hungarian noble.
I've already told you that's nonsense. How would he be here?
And why does this Toth...
He was the leader of a band that made trouble for us in Sasau.
Interesting.
Thank you, sir.
I understand. And now I shall entrust you to the care of... Go with God, gentlemen.
Thank you for everything.
There will be time enough yet for social... Sir Otto has generously agreed to accommodate, and you, Henry, shall also... There, your... Nevertheless, his lordship takes the view that... And therefore, he has kindly decided that you... Gentlemen, follow me.